So I think you have been sitting past, I think 2 hours, 15 minutes. So I want to teach you something very important. So you all will now, probably you want to stretch out yourself, you know. So I want you to stretch out yourself. So everybody stand up. So everybody stand up and wave your hands like this, right hand. Oh lovely, that's lovely, lovely, lovely. Now look on your right side. Yeah? And say hello. And look on your left side and say hello. इतना टाइम बैठे आप लोग साथ में, किसने भी कोई जानता है आप लोग को? ये तो सब नया बैच है ना जी, तो किसने भी इंट्रोडक्शन किया था आपका? So the first learning of staying in a society, staying in an institute, which is the world leading institute, which is I.T.S. Mohan. Please sit down. So that is the most important thing, is you should first introduce yourself to your 𝐁𝐻. Okay? The second lesson is an environment lesson, which I teach to millions of people around the world. You see, when you finish the bottle, yeah, any bottle, any size, fold this with your fingers, put it inside, and 1, 2, and 3. Now, this way, your bottle is never going to be duplicated anywhere in any part of the world. So, will you do that? Yes, sir. Thank you very much. So, I am not going to speak anything more because I think my learned dignitaries have spoken a lot. But only one thing I must tell you, that I am honored to stand in front of you all today. The very important thing is my teacher, my Guruji, my mantra of my magic is sitting in front of you. So I think he needs to hear applause. It is sometimes very honorable to speak in front of the person who actually has made your career graph move. So I'm going to talk very logical points to you because I am a master of psychology, right? I'm also a doctor, right? Psychology पे ही दुनिया चलती है. तो मैं सबसे पहली एक कविता सुनाता हूँ आपको, जो बचपन में शायद आपने ये सुनी भी नहीं होगी. So I'll start. जब मैं छोटा बच्चा था, सुना था कभी? क्या? बड़ी शरारत करता था, मेरी चोरी, मेरी आदतें पकड़ी जाती, तब होते मम्मी, डैडी और टीचर. सही है ना? तब होता था बजाज, और बजाज आज भी है. घर घर में बजाज मौजूद है, घर घर में आदतें मौजूद है, घर घर में माँ बाप मौजूद है, घर घर इंस्टीट्यूट में टीचर्स मौजूद है. So the most important thing what Sir started teaching is about the gratitude with attitude, or attitude with gratitude. You can merge this word, switch this word, handle this word in any way you want, and you will always come out winners. So what I start off was that, you know, we all have become बंदर्स. हम 3 बंदर हो गए हैं. वो 3 बंदर कौन सा है? जो हम देखते नहीं, जो हम सुनते नहीं, और जो हम बोलते नहीं. You know there is a 4th bandar also. Have you ever heard about that? Huh? I'll teach you today what is those 4th bandar. The 4th bandar is social engineering. Social engineering is 4th bandar. Because उधर क्या होता है? तुम सुनते नहीं, तुम देखते नहीं, तुम बोलते नहीं, फॉरवर्ड कर देते हो. सही है ना? तो आप बनते हो 4th सोशल इंजीनियरिंग बंडर. और आज के जमाने में देखो मैं साइकोलॉजी किस तरह से यूज करता हूँ. साइकोलॉजी, दैट इज व्हाट इज माय फॉर्टे, एंड आई टेल यू हाउ टू यूज दिस. सो आई जस्ट गो एंड से समथिंग दैट, यू नो, साहब ने बताया हमें कि, you know, wherever we go, we have to do a lot of community work within to be recognized, and society, he mentioned about society. Very important need of our foundation to stand on our 2 feet. And that is, tu jahan jahan chalega, tera saya wahan aur saath chalega, right? Now you see how you have to do this. This is all in your learning, your inability to learn and do things. But how we have become, earlier ऐसा बोला जाता है कि भाई हम इंसान नहीं थे, हम एप्स थे. मालूम है एप्स कैसा था? ऐसा ऐसा चलेगा, ऐसा चलेगा. हाँ, तो हम एप्स से इंसान हो गए. आज क्या हो रहा है वो सुनिएगा, बहुत मजा आएगा आपको. हम एप्स से एप्स बन गए. बराबर ना? सही है. एप से ऐप बन गए. ओके. एंड द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज दैट ह्यूमन बिहेवियर इज एवरीथिंग. एंड अगर हमारा ह्यूमन बिहेवियर अच्छा नहीं होगा तो हम दुनिया में आगे नहीं चल सकते. तो मेरे दोस्तों, मेरे बच्चों, आई वेलकम यू टू द फर्स्ट 24th 26th MCA inaugural session of yours, and I hope every one of us has given you बहुत अच्छी सीख, बहुत अच्छी सिखावन, and because that becomes your foundation of starting of your life. So I have written actually 3 pages of speech, but I'm not going to speak anything from that speech because my mind has changed completely. When I started to come out from the airport today, okay, and I was standing for my taxi in the parking lot, there was 2 elderly people, old Sardarji and, how do you say Sardayan? Yeah? Okay, Sardarni. They were old parents and they had 2 trolleys, and poor auntie was shifting. So I said, Uncle, auntie, don't worry, you all hold each other's hand. Bichara aisa aisa chalte the. And they were holding 2 trolleys and there was nobody to help. So I helped them. So I became very motivated. मेरे को चार्ज मिल गया, सुबह में मेरे को ब्लेसिंग मिल गया. Okay. फिर I waited and उन लोग की जो गाड़ी आने वाली थी, तो I could understand Punjabi quite a lot. Okay, so I heard that phone भी नहीं है मेरे पास. I said, auntie बोलो ना, नंबर बोलो ना मेरे को, I'll call. So I called. And you'll be surprised, there were so rude, arrogant children who spoke to me. Who the hell are you? Why are you calling me? I know my parents are there. You don't bother for you. You just go from there. So it really put me back. I could see that uncle was quite little bit sad, upset, but he just smiled. Thank you. Thank you, Beta. आपका बहुत अच्छा धन्यवाद आपको. And by the time my taxi came, my driver came, and I then just said, Uncle, auntie, I hope you'll be safe. And I just went on. The moment I sat in the car, I had a brilliant idea. I started looking at things, I started imagining things. So I start my speech today with that, actually what I wrote in the taxi. So I'll speak that, and I'll just speak a little bit of what you'll really understand. 15 days back, we had come down to I.T.S. My sir was there with me, okay, and we went to Manav Rachna University, a very big university where we did a memorandum of understanding for cyber security and DigiCropter and various other things, okay. Over there, the Vice Chancellor knew Sanskrit very well, and when I was in my school, I was very good in Hindi language. Big words I used to use, और मेरे को सब स्कूल में चिढ़ाते थे. हिंदी का पंडित आया, तो मेरे को बहुत मजा आता था, क्योंकि मेरे को 96 out of 100 मार्क्स मिला था, किसको मिला नहीं आज तक. तो मेरे को बहुत गर्व था मेरे में. ओके, तो वही हिसाब से, I start my thing to tell you all. जिंदगी को जीना सीखिए, जिंदगी को जीना सीखिए. जिंदगी को हम सभी ने सेकेंडरी कर दिया है और मशीनों हम अपनी जिंदगी बना दी है। मशीनों के साथ हमने हमारी जिंदगी बना दी है। सही है क्या नहीं? जब हम थे, जब एक सर थे, पूछो कंप्यूटर तो था ही नहीं, फोन था घर में। जिसका फोन था तो कोई फोन, अरे सुनिएगा आपके घर में फोन है, आ जाओ। तो you know we used to call cross across building. You'll be surprised, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be surprised. And people used to come, आता हूँ। वो 15 मिनट तक फोन ऐसा ही हम लोग रखते थे। वो बेचारा आता था, थैंक यू सो मच, आपका घर में हम लोग आए। एंड आपका घर में आए तो फिर क्या, चाय, नाश्ता, पैटीज, बिस्किट, वो सब चालू होता है। That was the old custom. आज के दिन में कस्टम ऐसा है बिल्कुल नहीं। सभी के पास फोन है, मम्मी के पास फोन है, डैडी के पास फोन है, गर्लफ्रेंड के पास फोन है, बॉयफ्रेंड के पास फोन है, सभी के पास फोन है और सब फोन पे एप्स बंदर बन गए हो। सही है ना? तो इसलिए उसके ऊपर और एक अच्छी बहुत अच्छी लाइन है, पंक्तियां लिखी है मैंने। न जाने किस तरह से हम ज़हीन हो गए, न जाने किस तरह से हम ज़हीन हो गए। पहले मिलजुल कर हम रहते थे, एक हम 3 मीन हो गए। आप कहते होगे हम इंसान हैं, आप कहते होगे हम इंसान हैं, न जाने कब पता चला कि हम तो मशीन हो गए। So ladies and gentlemen, this is your right yourself. You don't make yourself as machine. As Sir said that he had never, just 2 years back he learned Zoom. He had never done anything, but because the COVID taught us to be something different. COVID taught us to be totally different, right? And COVID brought us a complete Jagran, awareness within ourselves. To what? To know how to deal with life and how to live with life. जो husband wife मुंह देखते नहीं थे, वो साथ में मिलके काम करना चालू किए। जो पत्नी बिचारी स्कूल में, यूनिवर्सिटी में जाके सिखाती है, शाम को चूल्हा बरसती है, बराबर, कपड़े मशीन में डालती है, क्योंकि पति देव तो महाराज मानुष है। उसके लिए तो हम क्या अभी 2 दिन पहले था कड़वा चौथ, होम में से चांद को देखो, अरे पर किसने कड़वा चौथ दीदी का किया है कि नहीं? तो साला सोचो तुम लोग। So that is the most important thing. Respect, what Sir taught us. Respect has to be earned, not to be forced, because of honor, because of position, because of possession. और उसके ऊपर मैंने एक चीज देखा था एक्चुअली में, बहुत अच्छा लिखा है, मैं बाद में आपको बताऊंगा उसके लिए। ओके, तो क्या होता है कि आई जस्ट मेंशन दैट बदलता वही है जो बदलना चाहता है, बदलता वही है जो बदलना चाहता है। आदतें ही आपका भविष्य तय करती है। लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, एटीट्यूड ओनली डिसाइड्स हु यू वांट टू बिकम। सो चाहे तुम MCA करो, चाहे तुम BCA करो, चाहे तुम PhD करो, तो तुम्हारा एटीट्यूड नहीं होगा चेंज, तुम्हारा रिस्पेक्ट नहीं होगा चेंज, तुम्हारा ह्यूमिलिटी तुम्हारे पास नहीं होगा, तुम्हारे पास हम्बलनेस नहीं होगे, तो यू विल नेवर एवर ग्रो आउट ऑफ एनीवेयर। ये खाली लेबल चिपका के फिरो, लेबल चिपकाओ और दिखाओ ये हूं, मैं वो हूं, पर काम में क्या हो वो करो। So what Sir taught you, beautiful analogies of CPU. I'll teach you a very beautiful analogy of, you know, you all are computers by yourself. You don't need computers. Can anybody justify that? Can I say that you are a computer? Sir mentioned about algorithm. What is algorithm? A step-by-step process written down which follows to achieve a particular task. Algorithm is nothing but a rhythm. Heart, pulse, that is called the rhythm. That is called our algorithm. So we have algorithm pulse within ourselves. Okay? We have central process unit. Where is the central process unit? Kidhar hai? Kidhar hai? Mind. No. This is not your central processing unit. Your medulla oblongata is your central processing unit. Where is your input? Where is your output? So you see, you have input, you have output, you have store, you have memory. Memory. This is called memory. This is called your CPU. When your central process unit chalta hai na, so when you work this, you are computers by themselves. Artificial intelligence, machine learning. What is all this stuff? Without you, chalne wala hai. So the most important thing is, without you, nothing happens. So, बच्चों सुधारो अपने आप को, अपनी आदतें सुधारो. बस खाली आदतें सुधारी ना आपने, तो आप हर मंजिल को पहुंच सकते हैं. I'll quickly wrap up in next 5 minutes. I wanted to speak a lot, but I will not speak a lot. But I'll just speak some few pointers which I made. And I said that the Vice Chancellor, he knew Sanskrit, and I am also a Hindi Pandit. So I immediately went back to Bombay, and I immediately opened my Sanskrit book, and I read the slok of Bhagavad Gita over there inside. And I found lots of important messages from there, which I'm going to teach you today, that how we are ourselves Ravan. We ourselves are Ravan. We all are Ravans. We have Ravan within us. And if you touch that Ravan within you, you will become the most jnani person. Ravan, do you know? Anybody knows about Ravan? You only put the arrow and burn it. Because he went into somebody else's territory and picked up a girl which is not at all the right attitude. You cannot have an eye on another girl. Yeah? But he was crazy. He was most brilliant. Have you anybody studied who is Ravan? You never study Ravan, you only study of Ram, Lakshman. But nobody studies anything about Ravan. My analogy of my mind starts with, you study that and you know that why people become bad. You know, we all have, we call hackers. Hackers are bad people, hackers are this, hackers are that, right? But do you know who becomes a hacker? Who has selfishness within himself or herself to get and capture the whole world. So we, hackers are very good people. Hackers are the person who actually breach the perimeters and then they tell to the bosses and managers, and because of egos, leadership, we heard about leadership, okay? That leadership has to be brought into that manner. And today what Captain Felix Mohan sir taught, what Lalit ji taught, what Arpit ji mentioned, what Sunil ji mentioned, everything was all about how you communicate, collaborate, how you coordinate, how you be committed within yourselves. So that is all about that, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, no explanation is required for those who believe, and no reason is enough for those who do not think so. अगर मुझे इन्हें साथ कुछ कन्विंस करना है, तो शायद वो मेरा सुनेगा, शायद वो नहीं सुनेगा. पर मैंने तो मेरा कन्विंसमेंट दिया बिकॉज मेरे पास हुनर है, एक्सपीरियंस है, एक्सपर्टीज है इतने सालों का, जो इधर यहाँ पे सब बैठे हुए हैं, या उनके पास से आपने आज सीखा है कुछ, सही है ना? तो this is what this statement tells you all about, that no explanation is required for those who believe and no reason is enough for those who do not think so. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll just move on to my very simple way of explanation to let you know that how आज आपको अपनी दिमाग की खिड़की खुली रखिएगा. Please keep your दिमाग की खिड़की open, so आप हमारी बात बराबर सुन सके और उसका लाभ उठा सके. Okay, so I just come to a very simple thing which I have learned in my life. I was a very, very low person in life. But today I'm standing in front of you with various laurels on my head. But that did not make me the weakest link on the planet Earth. Okay? As people say in cyber security, people are the weakest link. Correct? Do you agree? I don't agree with that. People are not the weakest link. People and processes are the weakest link. What is process? The content. Sir mentioned to you 9 plugs, 5 methodologies, various things he mentioned. The content, the data structure. What is a data structure? What is a database? Okay? You have all those attributes within yourself. The only thing is you need to know how you flow in that logical manner and how you build your algorithm to make that database structure work in a collinear manner so that if it goes here, it knows what lines to follow. If it goes here, what lines to follow. So it's a tap. It's a 100 meters race. It's a 400 meters race. It's a 800 meters race. You should know when to hand over the baton to her that she will carry the subroutine work for you to do. You understand? So this is your part and parcel of your job today. You are going to be one of the most powerful MCA graduates coming out from this institute today, ladies and gentlemen. And if you do not think of becoming that, learn this, bring that attitude. So with this institute comes lots and lots of attitude. Sir today is the oldest member of this university. As rightly, I don't want to mention more about what Arpit sir has mentioned for him. But this man has seen from 50 students to 480 students, and it is keep on continuously growing. Got various liaisons, various attachments to various things. He brought a lot of value addition. And today, naya बहुत अच्छा इस्तेमाल होता है, सही है ना? चूना पे कोई बरकरार नहीं रखता, नया होता है तो उससे अच्छा होता है, सही है ना? So sir brought new things with betterment in outlook so that our children going out of I.T.S Ghaziabad will be very fine and better. Keeping aside all these things, so दो चीजें हैं जिससे बिल्कुल जान नहीं होती. So मेरे प्यारे बच्चों, दुनिया में दो चीज जिसमें बिल्कुल जान नहीं होती. दुनिया में दो चीज जिसमें बिल्कुल जान नहीं होती. एक है पोजीशन और एक है possession. Position and possession both are lifeless, and we all today give life to them. सही है ना? आज सुनील सर के पास कुर्सी है, वो कल बूढ़े होने वाले हैं, जाने वाला है, यहाँ से रिटायर होने वाला है. कोई दूसरा सर आने वाला है उधर. जो सुनील सर ने जो आज ये ज्ञानी इंस्टीट्यूट जो बनाई है, with all this beautiful lovely teachers, ये हर एक टीचर्स जो प्रोफेसर्स हैं, उनका 18, 20, 15, 14, 16 साल का तजुर्बा है इंस्टीट्यूट में, और उन्होंने ये इंस्टीट्यूट छोड़ा नहीं है. क्यों? क्योंकि उन्हें बच्चों से प्यार है, उन्हें शिक्षा से प्यार है, उन्हें माँ सरस्वती से प्यार है, जो आपको ज्ञान बनाती है. सही है ना? हाँ, तो बच्चों, this is the most important thing. Value them, respect them, and as rightly interact with them. They are your friends. Earlier छड़ी मारते थे स्कूल में. अरे जाने दो, वो हमारा स्कूल में टीचर मारेगा, वो भी मारेगी मेरे को. Don't think like that. The times have changed. So, when in position, the person responsible must sit on a chair to step into their shoes to play their role immaculately, to do their respectful delivery. सही है क्या नहीं? This is the calm. But before sitting on the chair, do you know the chair talks to you? In my life of 40 years, the chair has always spoken to me. And the chair has said, Wilson, before sitting on this chair, do you know how many people sat on this chair? And I tell him, and I tell the chair, I don't know. It will only be your experience. That's what the chair tells me. Then thank you very much. Because the chair has brought that experience to me based on multiple and hundreds and thousands people who have sat on this chair. They put that particular knowledge into me, I stepped into their particular shoes, and I got the best and the best of the best attitude from there. I added that attitude into me, and today I stand in front of you. That is what the chair does. That is what the leader brings. The leader is not the person who will say, do this, do this, do this. The leader will give you an apron to say, now make things happen for me and show it to me. So this is something about very important, that by doing this, you only have to build the attitude, the gratitude with attitude, the attitude with gratitude builds your character. बच्चों, ये जो character है ना अपना, वो बनाओ यहाँ से, क्योंकि ये character आपको attitude बनाएगा, attitude से आपको gratitude मिलेगा, gratitude से आपको attitude भी मिल सकता है. It's vice versa. Okay? So today your richness is in our power. By the power of grace skull. देखा था वो सीन? मालूम भी नहीं है, देखो किसको मालूम. मैं बहुत कार्टून नेटवर्क देखता था जब छोटा था, और तभी बाद में तब तक बड़ा हो गया था. तो मेरा बच्चा बहुत कार्टून नेटवर्क देखता था, तभी तो by the power of grace skull. ओके, एक बहुत अच्छा सीरियल था. वो अपना आयुष्मान, वो सीरियल से कॉपी किया. शक्तिमान, वो सीरियल से कॉपी किया. Okay, so it's very important to bring these analogies into practice, because then you can relate, and when you can relate ना, ये आदमी सही है. You got it? इसको बोलता है साइकोलॉजी. साइकोलॉजी में फिट हो तुम लोग. तुम्हारा साइकोलॉजी खुद बनाओ, तुम्हारा रास्ता खुद बनाओ. मैं जहां खड़ा होता हूं वहां से मेरी लाइन चालू होती है. दोस्त, this is what your dialogue should be, but that dialogue should be proper. So power of love, power of attraction, management of your deliveries and responsibilities and accountability. So remember, if you have to be powerful, you have to be responsible and you have to be accountable. The humans are very important thing which I told you about Ravana, and I want to speak that and I will finish my sentence. I'm sorry, I'm just taking a bit more. Ravana within ourselves, the 10-headed mighty demon king of Lanka. Okay, I could not speak Sanskrit so powerful because my pronunciation went airy. So that's why I wrote this whole thing in English translation. From a grand epics Ramayana, and you know what is Ramayana. I hope you all know what is Ramayana. But for me, I will just mention to you that Ravana has 10 heads. Now I'll show you why you all are Ravana. And it's very important to know that you have 10 heads in you. And the very first head is Kama. And what is Kama? Lust. सभी को lust. औरत को, आदमी को, बच्चे को, बूढ़े को, सभी को लस्ट है. कुछ उसमें शर्माने का बात नहीं है. That's the fact of it. क्रोधा, anger, गुस्सा, सभी में है. मोहा, delusion, enticement, लालच, मोह, माया, लोभा, greed. उसके पास ऐसा है, मेरे को कर उसके ज्यादा उससे आना चाहिए. सही है ना? माडा, pride, ego, जिसे ego बोलते हैं. We should always have a healthy ego, but never have an ego anger. This is another statement of line which I always quote to people. Okay? Matsasya, which is called envy. मेरे जैसा कोई नहीं. Okay? Manas, mind. Buddhi, intellect. Chitta, will. And ahamkara, the major ego. Ego and pride always goes together. So that's the most important thing. So the good has not so good side, if you agree with me. The good has not so good side because they are already good. Understood? Very simple logic. But the weakness and the bad and the evil, जो evil में जो है, वो आदमी अच्छा बन सकता है. Clear? तो वो आप सोचो कि जो आप में जो रावण है, वो रावण बाहर फेंको, निकालो, और continuously try to build your character. एक अच्छा इंसान जो अपने beliefs को अपना ख्याल बना दे. Your beliefs will become your thoughts will become your actions will become your habits will become your character becomes your destiny, and your destiny becomes your own belief to believe in. So life is a journey, not a destination. पहिया घूमते जाएगा. इंस्टीट्यूट की नींव बस गई है. आप जाएंगे, दूसरे 1000 आएंगे. But now what will be your quality when you go out of this institute and do? So ladies and gentlemen, I end with a few of my